I discovered I'm capable of changing my emotional states. I can self-regulate, and that's why I'm not afraid anymore that it would come back, because it won't. I knew my problem was just here. It was just here, and if I changed my thoughts and feelings, I would be able to get rid of it. I was sitting in my bed, not able to get up early, like that's one of the symptoms of depression. And I was like, you have to do something. This is horrible. You have to change, and you will change. You are capable of changing. And so I wrote down how I wanted to feel. The beginning of February on, I meditated daily, and what really helped me getting up, doing it, since the symptoms of depression were there, I downloaded an app, what's a barcode scan alarm app. So you have to scan a barcode so that the alarm would stop. And I picked Dr. Joe's introduction to the morning meditation. So I would wake up with his voice, would be forced to get up, would have to scan the barcode, and that was already downstairs, so I was already up, and I was like, okay, now I can do it. And that really, really helped me to get up in the morning and do it. And I started to consume the knowledge. I mean, that was a huge part of my progress, because every time I would notice there are thoughts that are depressed and that I would default, I would start to just consume the knowledge. I had Post-its in my apartment saying like, have you been inspired by Dr. Joe today, to remind me to actually consume it. In one of his videos, I heard him saying again, do the walking meditations. They are really good. And since I decided to trust him and be like, okay, let's just do what Dr. Joe says, I started a walking meditation, or I listened to one. And on a normal walk, and I just got it oh my God, this is life-changing. I had tears running down my face just from listening to it, and I was like, okay, you're going to do walking meditations. And in the end, when I was staying there in the blackness, I got the number 88. And I just knew, you are going to do 88 walking meditations, no matter what. I started counting them with a lipstick on my mirror and made every time I walked. And they have helped me, oh my God, so much, because I was really uplifted by his voice, the walking parts. I got finally out of the feelings of being depressed. And after the walking meditations, I was like, this feels so good. I want to feel so good again. So because I felt that many wonderful, uplifting emotions, it wasn't actually hard to do them, even though it was just above freezing in Germany when I started doing them. And it was raining, and I had my umbrella sticking in my coat here, and I was walking anyway. And now I'm at, I think, 39, so I'm almost halfway, and they have changed everything for me. I discovered that my depression came up in situations where something in my life happened, like the canceling of my marriage, that just made me feel very insecure, that I was just losing it. And my reaction, or the reaction of my body, was to freeze. And once I discovered this, every time when I discovered you're freezing, I discovered the symptoms of the depression, I would decide to actually feel my insecurity in a set frame, just for a certain amount of time. And I was feeling through it. There were tears, and I was feeling, it was hurtful. But after that, the pressure was just gone, and I was feeling so different afterwards. I was speaking faster, I was more awake. It really, really helped me that I was brave enough to feel through it and just got rid of it. And so, like Dr. Joe says, you can feel your emotions, but it's a matter of how long. When it came to booking the event, I knew that he said, get a buddy group and study. And so I got a buddy study group, and we met every Sunday for 8 weeks for 2 hours and exchanged our knowledge about the progressive and about what we've learned and about what we came along in our meditations, and that was really helpful. So if anyone is really serious about doing that, I can highly recommend starting to do what he does in the retreats, talk about it, build the circuits by explaining what you understood and asking questions and so on. That was really, really, really a big part of my journey. And I knew it's about change because I heard Dr. Joe talking about it's not about the healing, it's about you have to change. And that's what I realized already sitting in the bed in December. I knew my problem was just here. It was just here, and if I changed my thoughts and feelings, I would be able to get rid of it. I discovered I'm capable of changing my emotional states. I can self-regulate, and that's why I'm not afraid anymore that it would come back, because it won't. Here I am now, feeling a lot better. People are telling me you're so vivid, you're so smiley, and I'm a totally different person.